Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. We are here at the Eastside Boxing Gym with the one and only Shakan Pitters as he gets ready for his fight date. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, Shakan, how's life treating you?
Life's good, man. Can't complain. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. It's a beautiful day here in Birmingham. I woke up in a good mood and I woke up above the ground like everyone else. You know what I mean? So that's the blessing there.
Blessings indeed, blessings indeed. Good to see you today. Let's get straight into it then. September 3rd, the fight date that you've been wanting. Dan Azeez, British light heavyweight title on the line. How's your training camp been going for this one?
Yeah, training's been going well. Like I said, you know, I've trained really hard. Like every opponent, I take Dan very seriously. You know what I mean? I show him the respect to the champion he is at the moment. And I train very hard and I'll make sure I'll be on my best game and be fully prepared come September the 3rd.
Dan's someone who's recently taken his opportunities where he's got them, and he's been having the spotlight now that he's moved over to boxer. But what have you made of his recent performances, recent fights?
He's got the job done. I don't really analyse much on what he's done, you know, because it's like, obviously I respect his achievements. You know, he's made it from more or less like myself, you know, coming from the smaller horse shows and things like that. You know what I mean? Opportunities presented ourselves and we've both taken them. So I respect him like any fighter. You know, he's got the job done. It doesn't matter. We've not fought each other yet, so I've not really taken anything from any of his performances or whatever. But I know he's undefeated. He's got the job done, and here we are, come September.
You sparred him before?
Nah, I've never sparred him. No, never sparred him.
What do you make of his style then as a fighter?
Good fighter, like I said, you know, he's got that HAGLER style. I've got that hand style. It's something which is going to be electrifying on the night, innit? I think he's got a good style. It's a good style he's got there, and obviously I look to exploit the things in his style, and I'm sure he's going to look to try and do the same with me. But like I said, I know what I've got to do September the 3rd.
Do you feel like recapturing that British title for the second time in your career will kind of elevate you onto pushing on to world titles and those sort of
Two-time, baby, two-time.
Two-time indeed. Push you on to that sort of level, the places where you want to get to.
Yeah, I mean, look, I train hard. I want to be in exciting fights, just like I'm sure himself. He wants to, you know, he's been saying he wants to be in exciting fights, and I respect that about him. We all want to be in good fights. We all want to push ourselves and see where we're at. You know, beating Dan September the 3rd, obviously, it's just gonna push me up the ladder and that, and you know, hopefully I could carry on pushing forward and then be more exciting fights too. I want to be exciting fights. I'm an exciting fighter, and I want to be in exciting fights, and you know, I want to, like I said, keep capturing straps. Each year I've captured straps, and you know, we'll get the British back again, and then push on for more titles then.
It feels like there's a bit of a boxer versus Hennessy thing going on right now. I believe, if that's right, I think Hennessy are 2-0 down at the moment. 2-1.
What's that, 2-0 down?
Yeah, so River Wilson Bent lost, and then there was another one recently. I can't quite remember what it was, but
is it? I don't. You know what it is? I don't even get into all that kind of stuff. I've not even noticed it until you told me. But it is what it is. As I said, I've not played yet, as they'd say, innit? Like, you know, so I'm gonna just focus on what I've got to do. That's not for me to focus on. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm sure them guys are gonna, you know, River and that are obviously gonna make a comeback and do their thing again, and whoever's lost as well. But I can't and I don't focus on that. I literally just focus again. Dan Azeez, September the 3rd, is another opponent in front of me. I just got to handle the job and get the job done.
Can I get your thoughts on a couple of other things? Sam Egerton, we saw him fight Ziska, fight of two halves, but come through with the win, capturing the IBO world title. Looks like he'll be facing his mandatory in form of Dennis Hogan, fighter we've seen take on Ayman, and a lot of people thought that he beat Ayman. That was a while ago though, but your thoughts on Sam Egerton, his progression as well, and the chance he's taken and the spotlight that he's gotten too.
Sam's an incredible fighter. When I say incredible fighter, I look at his achievements. Look how many times he's been counted out. He's won every single bout. You know, there is obviously, apart from the other governing world title sanctions, but how many times have people counted him out? He's come back. He's the true definition of keeping that underdog mentality, taking the opportunities when they arise, and, you know, throwing yourself in there. And he's a perfect professional. So it's good to train alongside him in the gym. You know, he motivates myself, he motivates everyone else in the gym to want to go on and do better, of course. So I only commend his career. And like I said, he's faced so much adversity from the fans down here, and in the boxing scene, you know what I mean, they're always saying, oh, is this, is that, is that, is this, and everything, you know what I mean, but never pays attention to all that rubbish. He's been thrown into tough fights, he's taken them, but you know what, he's come at the end in a good stead, and you know, he's looking after his family, he's doing well. I've not really looked at much of his up-and-coming opponents. I don't know anything about them, to be honest, so I wouldn't make an analysis there. I'd have to obviously look up, but I know whatever it is the matter, Sam will obviously be prepared very well. We work hard here at Eastside Gym, and he'll obviously look to carry on and defend that title and push on for more world titles himself, I'm pretty sure.
We've had a new light heavyweight enter the scene, someone from the Birmingham scene too, that being in the form of Ben Whittaker. Flashy Ben Whittaker is going to do his thing. I know that you've sparred him recently, but what do you make of Ben's entrance into the scene?
Nah, it's good, man. It's what's needed. You know, I've known Ben since the amateur circuit. I know his dad Tony's a great guy as well, man. And you know what? He carries that charisma and that flow from the amateurs into the professional scene. It's good to see. Again, he's going to be like Marmite, and you're either going to like him or you're going to hate him. But he's a nice lad. He's a nice lad outside the ring, and he's a nice lad inside the ring. I sparred him. He's an incredible talent. I believe he will go far in the game. And you know, his achievements, obviously, even in the Olympics, himself winning the silver, and even Galal winning gold. So, and now the Commonwealth with obviously Delicious and other people, Lewis, and you know what I mean. A lot of these people in the GB are winning things, so it's good to see. I'm all supportive for all the Midlands boxers. I wouldn't want to see them do nothing but well for themselves, because like myself, they're all here to make a better life for themselves and, you know, support their families or, you know, chase their aspirations and dreams as well. But yeah, Ben's going to be a great professional. Definitely, he's a great talent, and yeah, man, I look forward to seeing his journey as well.
Ben's targeted the British title in a few fights. Could we see maybe you and Ben maybe getting the rings down the line potentially?
It's what it like for me. It's what it is. We're on different scales of our careers, though. Obviously, I've had so much fights. He's just obviously just starting off. He's not wrong for having that aspiration to want to obviously challenge for them bouts. But I just feel obviously right now we're at different stages of our careers. I'm sure he's going to keep pushing on doing what he's doing. I'm going to keep pushing on doing what I'm doing. So we're very much at different places in our career. But as far as obviously helping along in his career and things, I'll be all up for that. Obviously, like I said, I've known him for the longest, but it is what it is, and everything is business in boxing. But like I said, while we're nowhere near in sight with each other, I wish him all the best with his career and everything, and obviously I'll continue to back and help his journey as well.
Shakan, looking at the world scene, Yarde looks close to being announced and made. Your thoughts on that fight? Yarde taking a second crack at the world titles. We saw him fight Kovalev, falling short, but a really good effort. Nearly had Kovalev out of there. We have a different beast in all that matter, but we've got the beast from the east as well. We'll be taking on your thoughts on that one?
Again, I'm no hater, man. I wish Yarde the best with that. You know what I mean? I wish him all the success in that fight. I'd love him to win that fight, just for the fact that, you know, again, he's a British fighter. Like myself, a British fighter. We may be in the same division, but we all got the same mindset in the sense of what we want to achieve, in the sense like we want to better ourselves. Obviously, no matter what it is, we all want to better ourselves. So I wish him the best with his career and everything. It's a tough ass. Bataviev is a great fighter. We've all seen that. Even what he's just done to Joe Smith, and Joe Smith's an incredible fighter himself. So I'd never say never. You know what I mean? Yarde does possess the power. You know, he can do it. He can do it. I'm not going to sit here and say he can't do it. He can do it, but it's going to be a very tough ask. But I'm sure he's going to train very hard alongside with Tunde and his team down there. And I wish him all the best in it. Obviously, I'm just more focused on myself and, you know what I mean, and what I've got to do in my career, because I'm sure they're not focused on my career. I've got to ensure that my career is good, and you know, I'm working to get to them stages myself. So, but like I said, no hater. I wish him the best with everything, and all the success for sure leading up to the fight and a good camp.
Well said. Final few things from me then. Big heavyweight rematch coming up next weekend. Unified heavyweight titles on the line. Alexander Usyk, anti-Joshua in Jeddah. Your prediction for that fight?
I know Usyk. I've seen clips of Usyk, and he's coming in heavier, isn't he? He's an incredible amateur as well, and so Joshua's an incredible amateur. They're both winning gold. I think he's got to use his raw strength. I think he's really got to he's got to swing, man. He's got to let his hands go. I think first time around he showed him a lot of respect, and he probably found him awkward as well. But I think he really has to. I know it's easier said than done. They're both incredible talents, but I think he really got to use his raw strength. He's got that power. He's a big figure, and I think like he intimidates a lot of people. He just got to establish himself straight away. So I hope that's what he'll come out and do. Flipping out, he's man over some bricks over there. I hope that's what he'll come and do, and I hope obviously he does get the win. But it's going to be a very tough fight. I couldn't select a winner there. It's going to be a very tough fight for him, but I hope he does obviously, gather the belts back. It's always good for British boxing when we've got these bouts here, there's big shows and everything, so I wish him all the best again.
Another big fight happening, it's recently been announced, that being Eubank Jr. Conor Benn legacy fight. We're going to get the two dads thrown into the mix as well, bringing a smile to your face. Can't wait to see it.
It's going to be exciting, that, man. I think once the dads start getting involved as well in the press conference, it's going to bring old memories back. I'm sure that, see you later, bro. I'm sure that the dads will have a face-off as well and head-to-head, and they want to scrap. They're going to have extra security, man, because they both are going to want to go for it. But it's going to be, like I said, that's going to be a good fight as well. Conor Benn's very explosive, and I know, just watching him these days, even little clips he posts and what he is, he's very explosive, he's very on it. Obviously, Eubanks a very big. I think Eubanks is going to be like obviously the bigger man in there. He's still going to be sharp, but it's going to be again, it's a tough fight for Ben. But these are the fights you got to do if you want to be good in it, if you want to push on to be great. And I respect and commend both of them for taking this fight. But like again, it is going to be a tough fight either way. A hard fight to predict and pick, but yeah, I wish them both the best in that.
Final question for me. September 3rd, Dan Azeez, Shakan Pitters, British light heavyweight title on line. What's your prediction for that fight?
That one, I could tell you, I will win that fight. I'll become a two-time British champion. I've trained hard. I'm sure Dan's training hard as well. I respect him as a fighter, but I know what I got to do September the 3rd, and whatever it is, whatever it has to do, I'll get the job done.
Shakan, pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for speaking to Box Social. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.